Good morning. This is the time and place of the Planning Hearing Officer hearing of March 26, 2014. My name is Roger Kiesel, and I will be conducting the hearings as hearing officer. We have two cases today, and relevant exhibits are posted on the panels located directly behind me. Hearing procedures. As I mentioned before, we have two cases on the agenda, both conditional use permits. Under the provisions of Title 30, Chapter 30.42 of the Glendale Municipal Code, a conditional use permit shall be granted if four findings are present. These findings are, number one, that the proposed use will be consistent with the elements and objectives of the general plan. The second is that the use and its associated structures and facilities will not be detrimental to the public health or safety, the general welfare, or the environment. Number three, that the use and facilities will not adversely affect or conflict with adjacent uses or impede normal development of surrounding property. And finally, that adequate public and private facilities are or will be provided for the proposed use. Findings. If the evidence presented in the application and at the hearing meets the criteria just described, then the hearing officer can either approve or impose conditions for approval on the case in question. If the findings of fact are not evident, then the request will be denied. Public notice. Notification of these hearings was accomplished by the use of public notice, which were mailed to property owners and occupants within 500 feet of the subject property, physically posted on the site in question, and placed in the local newspaper. The hearing will proceed as follows. I will read the description of the application request. Then I'll read the reports received from other city departments and other letters or communications from interested parties. The case planner will make a brief overview of the case, give analysis, and make a recommendation. The applicant will be asked to come forward, stating both their name and address, and will be asked to present the case within a 15-minute time period. Others in support or in opposition to the application and interested parties will be asked to come forward to speak, again clearly stating both name and address within a 3-minute time limit. Finally, the applicant will give them the opportunity to make closing comments, if desired, in response to testimony given by preceding speakers within a 5-minute time limit. The hearing will then be closed and taken under submission. Decision. After the hearing, the decision will be prepared in writing and will be in the form of a letter sent to the applicant and to all persons who responded to the public notice, either by speaking at the hearing or by submitting written responses and having provided their name and mailing address. The date of the decision will be the date appearing on the letter. Appeals. Under the appeal provisions of Title 30, Chapter 30.62 of the Glendale Municipal Code, the decision may be appealed to the Planning Commission within 15 days of the date of the decision. Anyone wishing to appeal may obtain forms and brochures on the procedures from the Building and Safety Section, Permit Services Center, located on the same floor as this building. Speakers cards. If you wish to speak, please write your name and address on one of the speakers forms, which have been provided at the front door, and submit it to our assistant. I would like to inform everyone that the official proceedings of the Planning Hearing Officer's hearing are recorded as tape as part of the record. I'm not sure we do that anymore, though, actually. All right. Sorry about that. I will begin with the agenda for today. Actually, the second item on the agenda, the conditional use permit requested for 714 South Brand Boulevard was not properly noticed and is being continued to a date certain, and that date is April 30th. So the case PCP 1324505 at 714 South Brand Boulevard is continued to April 30th with no further notification. So that brings us to the first item on the agenda, located at 241 North Central Avenue. It's Hamburger Central, conditional use permit number PCUP 1320864. And it is an application for a conditional use permit to allow the continued on-site sales, service, and consumption of alcoholic beverages at an existing restaurant located in the DSP/TD Downtown Specific Plan Transitional District Zone, described as lots 4 and 5, Block 2, Moore's re-subdivision of Glendale Boulevard Tract. And before I ask the case planner to speak, let me look at comments from other city departments. Okay, the police department doesn't have any overall concerns. However, they are suggesting their standard conditions for any alcohol service at restaurants. And that was the only department that had any comments. So let me ask the case planner of the project to present a brief overview.
Good morning, Mr. Kiesel, and thank you. The applicant is requesting approval of a conditional use permit to allow the continued sales, service, and on-site consumption of alcoholic beverages at an existing fast food restaurant that is proposing a change of use to a full-service restaurant. According to city records, the existing restaurant, Hamburger Central, has been in operation since 2001, and there has been a restaurant, either fast food or full service, at this location serving alcohol since 1977. On November 8, 1993, CUP case number 9150 was granted with conditions to permit the continued service of alcoholic beverages at an existing restaurant, and this CUP expired on November 8th of 1997, and the applicant is here today to renew this entitlement. The project site is located on the southwest corner of North Central Avenue in West California and is approximately 12,908 square feet. It's developed with a one-story, 1,665 square foot commercial building with a total of 19 on-site parking spaces located to the west of the existing building. Access to the existing parking lot is and will remain from West California Street. Recently, a building permit application was submitted to the city's building division for this property to permit a remodel, including a new 1,225 square foot outdoor dining area, handicap accessible bathrooms, and to convert the existing drive-through into a loading area, and a 270 square foot to-go order, waiting, and pickup area. Currently, these plans are in the plan check process. There are 28 seats inside the restaurant and an outdoor area that seats approximately 10 patrons. The proposed remodel to the existing establishment that is presented on the plans that are part of this application indicate that the proposed outdoor dining area will be expanded to provide a total of 40 seats for patrons. Based on the floor plan submitted, there's no on-site bar area being proposed. Adequate utilities, landscaping, and traffic circulation measures are already provided for. The applicant's request does not require additional parking by code, and it should not increase the parking demand. Suggested conditions made by the police department have been included in the draft conditions of approval to ensure that any potential negative impacts will be appropriately mitigated. No other city departments had comments regarding this application, nor were there any comments from the public. The subject site's located in the downtown specific plan zone and general plan land use element designation. The service of alcohol at this location is appropriate in an area of the city zoned for commercial uses in the city's downtown, where restaurant uses are desired, and provide an option for the dining public to enjoy alcohol with their meals. No public facilities are located within the immediate area, and the applicant's request to continue the on-site sales, service, and consumption of alcohol at this location will not be a detriment to the safety and public welfare of the neighborhood. Based on the plans submitted and change of use from a fast food to a full-service restaurant, the project will undergo some changes to the existing site and operations. Presently, the hours of the fast food restaurant are from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily, and the applicant has indicated that they are proposing new hours of operation for the full-service restaurant to be 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. daily. However, staff recommends the following condition to the hours of operation based off PD's comments: Monday through Thursday from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Friday through Sunday from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. The continued on-site sales, service, and consumption of alcohol at this location is not anticipated to be detrimental to the public health, safety, or general welfare. As conditioned, this location has been operating with on-site alcohol sales incidental to the primary restaurant use for approximately 36 years without any major incident. According to the police department, Hamburger Central is located in Census Tract 301802, where the suggested limit for this tract is 3 for on-sale establishments. Currently, there are 17 on-sale licenses in this tract, and Hamburger Central is one of the existing 17. In the last calendar year, there were 4 calls for police service that were related to a burglar alarm, narcotics, a female disturbance, and a suspicious group, but no reports were taken for these calls. The suggested conditions for the CUP would serve to mitigate any potential negative impacts in the surrounding neighborhood, and staff believes that all the findings can be made in a positive manner and therefore recommends approval of this entitlement. And this concludes my presentation. I'm available for any questions.
Thank you. I've got one speaker card. Janelle P. Williams.
Good morning. My name is Janelle Williams. My office is located 2418 Honolulu Avenue in Montrose. And the business owner is here as well, Jeff Williams, if you have any questions for him. I'll just go straight into the alcohol findings,
okay.
The conditional use permit findings, I'm sorry. Alcoholic beverage service in Glendale's commercial district is a normal business operation, and it's consistent with the commercially designated locations that are identified in the land use element of the general plan. The specific plan anticipates that restaurants serving alcoholic beverages are appropriate uses in these districts. It's permitted in the DSP transitional downtown district, and it's consistent with the general and specific plan for the area. It's consistent with the surrounding neighborhood, encouraged in the transitional zone as a vibrant pedestrian destination, and it's in keeping with the various elements and objectives of the general plan, and in the direction of Glendale's new vibrancy in the downtown commercial districts. It'll continue to serve the local population and have a more welcoming appearance and operation, which includes 2 outdoor dining areas and an internal and exterior remodeling. Finding B. The site is within an identified commercial center. The use and its associated structures and facilities haven't proven to be detrimental to the public health or safety, the general welfare, or to the environment. And the revamped restaurant will enhance the site and also enhance the intersection at Central in California, where it is located. The existing development meets the intent of the zoning ordinance and won't be detrimental. The restaurant's been in operation, as Vista said, for several years without any detriment, and the sale of alcoholic beverages would be accessory to the primary restaurant use. I'll go on to the next finding. Why will the proposed use and facilities not adversely affect or conflict with adjacent uses? Again, the restaurant is well situated with respect to other facilities in Glendale and has not adversely impacted existing facilities, hasn't impacted property values or normal development within the surrounding area. In fact, there's an awful lot of development going on in the surrounding area right now. The service of alcoholic beverages for on-site consumption is a convenience to the local patrons, and it's a natural accompaniment to the area. The ability to purchase an alcoholic beverage with a meal is anticipated by patrons, and the police record shows that there's been no detriment in the past because of it. Again, it will be incidental to the service of meals. And the final finding, explain how adequate public and private facilities exist or will be provided. The structure, the streets, and the utilities are all existing. The parking will be reconfigured to accommodate the outdoor dining area while still exceeding the parking ratio. At 5 spaces per 1,000 square feet, the required parking is 8.3 spaces. We're providing 19 spaces, which is well over twice the required ratio. Adequate public and private facilities such as setbacks, utilities, landscaping, and open space are still provided. Structures properly accommodated and located on the site, and the existence of a restaurant at this location has never created an impact on traffic patterns in the area or any burden on public facilities or infrastructure. Following this is the criteria for the service and sale of alcoholic beverages. Those are included with the information that we have provided and is in the record for the file. If you want me to go over those, I can.
That's all right. You alluded to revamping the restaurant. Does that just include the interior work?
Interior model and just an minor exterior facelift.
Okay.
No addition of floor area.
Okay. Other than that, do you have any questions or concerns regarding the suggested conditions?
There were a couple of conditions that I looked at specifically. Condition number 17, which is the sale of beer and wine for consumption off the premises is strictly prohibited. Similar to Clancy's restaurant and some of the other restaurants that hold a Type 47 license, which is what we've got here.
Type 47 is beer and wine?
Type 47 is beer and wine and distilled spirits.
Okay.
And that is for on sale. But it also allows off sale of beer and wine only. We would ask that this condition either be stricken or revised to allow a patron, say they order a bottle or they order a glass of wine that they love and wish to take a bottle home, that they be able to do that. It's allowed under the alcoholic beverage control license that we hold.
Okay. Anything else?
Condition number 25 is we would ask that the word karaoke be stricken.
Okay. Does the restaurant currently have karaoke?
Pardon?
Does the restaurant currently have karaoke?
No, but other restaurants under the same ownership do have karaoke, and it's properly licensed and regulated, and we would like the ability to, from time to time, have live entertainment for which we will
get the proper
permits as well. And I have a question about number 28. Is to reflect the change of use, is the change of use fast food to full service? Is that what we're talking about here? Okay. And then the hours of operation are also listed in the conditions. Condition 19.
Yep.
from 10 o'clock a.m. to 2 o'clock a.m. each day of the week. And we're good with that condition.
You're good with that condition? Okay. So it's only 17 and 25 you have some concerns
Yes.
about? Okay. All right.
Any other questions for me?
Vista, is there a hours of operation condition?
The condition relates to the alcohol service.
Okay.
The That's number 19.
Yeah. Do you have concerns about the hours of operation as suggested by the police department?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Why don't you go over those with me?
Number 19,
Number 19 just limits the alcohol sales, the times of alcohol sales.
well, we have no problem with number 19. Where's
Right.
the police condition?
I don't.
Police condition?
I talked about it in my in the staff report.
Is
It was a
in one of
recommend.
these conditions?
It's not outlined in those conditions, not the draft conditions, but based off police comments, they wanted the restaurant Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., and then Friday through Sunday, 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. would be okay to them.
What are the hours of operation for the restaurant now?
I'm going to ask Jeff to come up and that.
If I'm not mistaken, the Hamburger Central is 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. right now as a fast food.
7 p.m. to 3. Oh,
7 a.m.
I
to 3
remember
p.m.
reading that in the staff report now.
With this change of use and with the direction that the downtown is going in, and in fact, the downtown specific plan has indicated that they're moving towards a 24-hour downtown. So we would ask that our hours of operation not be restricted in light of the direction that the downtown is headed, and in light of the fact that we've got thousands of new apartments and housing units going
So
online.
you want 24 hours of operation?
No, we're not asking for that, but we would like to be open at least till 2 o'clock in the morning,
Okay.
7 days a week.
And currently you're open from 7 to 3? Do you have like a breakfast menu and then you transition to lunch, or? Okay. And
No, actually, it's just it's a menu board,
One
and
big
people have
menu.
been ordering off of that. They can have any.
is this going to change the menu any? Okay. Have
It'll
more
be an
dinner?
upgraded menu.
Okay. All right. Those were my questions. If you don't have anything else, do you have any rebuttal?
No rebuttal.
Okay. All right, then let me close the public hearing, and I will take this under submission and should be rendering a decision shortly. All right, thanks a lot. That concludes the hearing officer hearing of March 26, 2014. Thanks.